All right, so I'm trying not to turn into Gavin McGinnis, but dear God, if people don't start or don't stop starting these dumb conversations on Twitter about nonsense, and then when I ask them to point out something, their brains just explode. I don't understand. It's like, hey, that's a good idea. Like, what would you do? He just asked me what I would do. Oh God, I wasn't prepared for this. All I had was gifts. I was just gonna do quippy gifts and just move on. But okay. But anyway, if you hear that loud noise, that is a dumb gardener next door that decided right now was a good time to start trimming bushes when it's like 20 degrees outside. But anyway, sorry if you hear that. So let's talk about the most important thing that what we're here to talk about right now. Batman. Now I'm not going to say the title because I'll instantly get demonetized. But look, this is my favorite part actually. I love their costumes, and I like the way he's got his little leather motorcycle jacket. But as I say, that's my favorite part. I also like this too. Like I talked about this in my little Periscope earlier, but I love the way that he draws Batman because he draws him almost like a linebacker. Um, he has a classic thick physique in the chest area, like a classic bodybuilder. Big shoulders and arms. His forearms are defined, but they're a little slim, like a classic physique would be. He draws his face very very chiseled, but also you can tell that he has a face of someone that's been in fights a lot. Look at his nose, everything, and you can see the way his brows grow over the front of his face. There's been a lot of conflicts with him. I like the small ears of the face and the way that the hair is brushed out. Very masculine, very classic. I like that. This is probably one of my favorite suits so far just because of this collar piece. Like the comic book I'm working on now, that was one of the major things I wanted in a costume was a high collar. I love the way it makes you look. It adds something to the costume, and it's just awesome. Nothing's cooler than a high collar, okay? But anyway, let's move on here. Look at the background of those buildings. That's obviously sketch. Now, he did some tracing, I'm sure, but look at the sketching. It's very cool. This guy takes a lot of time. You know, I really bashed the second issue. I didn't say it really bashed, but I point out some things because you had issue one, it was like, and then issue two kind of just scuttered along to get you to this one. And then this one went all over again. And you know, just like when you're making a CD, if you're making an album, there was a movie about this, but the first song needs to kick off the atmosphere for the album. Then the second song needs to bring it up even more and keep it in the same area. You don't need to have the first song be really strong and then the second song be a slow song. That totally kills the atmosphere of the album. And that's kind of what he did for issue 2. But issue 3 brings it up some, so it's all good. You still got 8 issues. They were originally going to do 6, but they gave him 8 because it was doing so well. So I like that. It's a good idea. So my favorite part about this book, hands down, has got to be Neo Joker. It's a very cool idea. I like it. Basically, Suicide Squad Harley, which is a completely different person, has decided to go full Joker and is going to show the Joker, which has now turned good, the error of his ways. So she is basically turned into the Crow meets Joker. And it's very cool, but the only bad thing about this is that this Joker, this Harley acts like the other Harley. You know, the Harley that has teamed up with the Joker now, which was the original animated series Harley. He has teamed up with her because they have like totally changed. They're wearing regular clothes. They're business people now. He's going to become basically mayor of the town. And this is Suicide Squad Harley, like the crazy psychopath silly one. But now she is totally flipped, which kind of distracted me a little bit because she acts like the other one. But anyway, this is still a good character. And I don't know, maybe she's trying to look like the other one to maybe get the other one in trouble. I don't know. Maybe that would be a good kind of story way to do this. But here she is, Neo Joker in all her glory. Love the outfit. It's very cool. Love the way that he draws her. this effect, like who thinks to do this makeup like this? But it's very cool because it almost looks like tears or a skeleton skull, or then it draws a line down here almost like a puppet or a doll. Very cool. So then we get the scene here. We have carnage on the streets. Joker has brainwashed all the villains using Clayface and Mad Hatter's hat. And basically he made them eat Clayface unknowingly and then use Clayface's mind control them all. I mean, it's crazy. This is very creative. I like that. So they're causing carnage. I love the way they draw Crocodile because he's actual crocodile. It's cool. There's all the classic bad guys. There's Ivy. I do like the detail on Bane's mask. It's pretty cool. But I do not like Scarecrow. It looks silly. I just don't. Do not like that mask. But that, that's a small little thing. Anyway, there's more carnage. Here comes Batman. Wow! I mean, I missed this before, but he totally just took Bane out just then. So then there's Batgirl swinging that Rocket Girl around. Nightwing's taking down Penguin. They're all trying to control him, and they're saying, basically it's that classic story of all the bad guys have teamed up, and now they realize that they're more than the good guys can handle. So she jumps on the Rocket Girl's rocket, which was awesome. Takes off on it, flying around. There's the Batmobile flaming up. I mean, he's really good at drawing vehicles and stuff. It's probably one of my favorite Bat cars ever. There he goes down the street. Almost looks like a GT40's taillights on there like that. It's pretty cool. So he's basically dragging Bane and Crocodile down the street. The Two-Face gang is following him. He's taking them to Joker's library because he's sure that Joker has got some kind of plan and he wants to find out what's going on. So he's dragging them out of the way to Joker's library so that he can kind of control the damage, but it backfires because when he gets there, he's like, Joker's obviously, let me get this focus, obviously behind this attack, and the library is part of his plan. I doubt he'd let Croc and Bane destroy it. And they look at each other, and then they destroy it. So then there's Batman looking super awesome, but the Nightwing's like, good thing you're never wrong. There's Batgirl sitting there on that rocket looking super awesome. And he says, after them, wait, it's collapsing. And he runs through there, and it collapses right on top of him. So then Batman comes out, and he's bad injured. Look, he's got more red on him than black right now. So they're trying to help him. He's basically, get away from me. Very shut down, very guarded. Gets in the car, puts it on autopilot, and just takes off. And so then they're just left standing there what's happening to us? I like Batgirl's high neck on her costume. That's pretty cool. It emphasizes her neck and gives her a more feminine look. He's very good at that. There's the building of the library tore down, and this has been all according to Joker and Harley's plan. Because now he has found some documents that he needed, and everything's going according to plan. See how I said that she looks like the other Harley, the Neo Joker? And see, Suicide Squad Harley had longer hair and looked much different, but now she looks almost just like her, so it's a little confusing. All right, we're going to continue on here. I may not show you every page because I'm kind of afraid I'm going to get in trouble for copyright, but basically he crawls out of the back car. Look at the blood. He's dragged himself over there to try to suture his wounds. Alfred has a rare disease, kind of like in Batman and Robin. He has that rare disease that's going to kill him. Mr. Freeze is the only one that can save him. And Batman just passes out. And at that point, let me flip through here. Do I need to show you this? I think I'll keep flipping. So, without telling you much about it, something horrible happens to Alfred. He makes a great sacrifice for Batman. And so then at this point, you've got Nightwing and Barbara here talking about everything that's going on. And they release something very, very cool here because they say that Jason Todd, which in this series is still supposedly dead and gone by Joker, came before Dick Grayson, which is the opposite of the regular Batman storyline. So it kind of puts in effect that he was his first son, and he's never really gotten over it, and that's the reason he's so distant to these two characters. Look at the way his hair's drawn. I love that. It's awesome. It's almost anime style. She looks almost like Jean Grey right there with that shadowing. Look at that. He looks almost like Batman there with that look. But I was really waiting for Barbara and Dick to have a moment, because they're arguing amongst each other. They're alienated by Batman. Wouldn't they kind of maybe seek comfort in each other? But at this point, it's not happening, because she's like yelling at him, and they're not the best of friends right now. Then we get the page from the cover. I'm trying to get it where it's not glaring. Look how cool that is. Sweet. So then at this point, we get a what's his name? Duke from the regular series is introduced in this series, and he's the total opposite. He is an alpha male, awesome character with character and personality that brings together the gangs of the black neighborhoods and brings them together, and Joker wants to kind of team up with him. Okay, so moving on. We get this cool shot here where they're talking about, he and Gordon are talking about how there's actually a Batman disaster fund. And Batman didn't know about it, but he had a inkling that it may be there. Gordon had no idea. Now that he's found out, because Joker used those documents, it was in that library, which was all to his plan, to find out about it. They're using billions of dollars every year just to clean up the damage that Batman has done. Trying to fight crime. So that is a big no-no. It's not looking so good for them. It's one more thing that Joker can use against them. But there's Neo Joker. She is using Mad Hatter to find out what's going on. Some more cool shots there. Look, even when she has no emotion, she looks better than the way they draw the Marvel people. Look at that cool knife. Basically, they find out a secret about the secret about Clayface. I'm trying to flip through here and not ruin the imagery, but I'll show you some of the stuff without showing you everything. But basically, we get some more cool shots of Neo Joker here. She has the Harley Quinn diamonds and the Joker flower, which is something that Sean Gordon Murphy, the artist, writer, and everything in this book wanted to point out about the book. Some more cool art right here. I like the way he does the illumination effect with the green lights. But anyway, that's all there is. She finds out where he is actually holding the brainwashed bad guys, and they figure out that they have a plan to take control of the bad guys themselves. Oh, that's going to be cool. And that's basically it. Also, there's the latest issue of Batman. Definitely read that series. It's awesome. It's basically just a love story right now, but it's so well written that it catches my attention, and I like it. Some people really don't like it. But it's cool every now and then to do that and then to move on to something else. I mean, we've got Batman White Knight right now anyway, so it's good to have this kind of story too. But anyway, that's it. And if you're watching this show right here, tell me how it is, because I'm definitely not going to watch it because of all the profanity. But tell me if you like it, and tell me if it's any good, based on a comic book. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the gist of the book here. Love the art, love the story, very creative. The people have personality. Some people do consider him to be a SJW, the way that he writes women in his politics and everything. But I like it. It's very well done. It's definitely going to be one of my fan favorites from a long time to come. I'm definitely going to have to tell people about this, and I may even buy like the hardcover, which is a big deal for me because I never buy hardcovers. But when this comes out with all the issues, I may do it just because this is going to be one of those things to talk about years to come. But all right, guys, tell me what you think about the review. Tell me what you think about the book. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. And have a great day, guys. I'll talk to you later. Underground Geek out.